You are listening and watching to a very special podcast. Let us continue, shall we? Enjoy. Having Beauty around made things pretty much easier for Ben. Why? Well, it seemed the inspector, Shadrick Lovell, was very curious about Ben. He was trying to interrogate him on a murder investigation. Murder investigation, you say? Taylor, this is a murder investigation. It seems we have to get the lawyers here. But the inspector was firm and stern indeed, but he wasn't going to believe in Benjamin's lies. It wasn't until Ben was taken by surprise when he saw Beauty. She was standing there for a moment, and then she said, "What's all the fuss about?" There she was, just wearing a flowing gown. When the inspector took note, he somehow nearly lost his composure. The young lady made her way down the stairs. It's really rude to make such a bust of a noise when I am here. I'm trying my best to get some sleep. I like peace and quiet, if you don't mind, she said in a growling tone, but her voice was ever lovely. The inspector was lost for words. "Who are you?" he said. "Why, I'm the caregiver. My name is Beauty Underwood. And I have to say, you really are liking to barge things. Why are you so infatuated with the case against Ben? You believe he's a murderer, isn't he? He's not. He's the one that found me and saved my life. He's the one that gave me food and shelter, and you are trespassing with accusations of murders? You think he has anything linked to it?" Beauty said. The inspector was taken aback. The constable was saying, "Well, we don't have any evidence, but we just wanted to know where he was." "He was here, with me and with Taylor. We've been here all night, since last night. We were aware of the murders, and we were trying our best to stay inside. So, I suggest, before you come back here with another accusation, a real lame-ass accusation, I want you to know how much you are causing us trouble. Now, do yourselves a favor, and please get out." She was calm, but her voice, something about her voice was very cold and icy, and very, very violent. The inspector and the constable left. Ben breathed out a sigh of relief, and he couldn't help but chuckle. "I can't believe you did that." Beauty just smiled. "I can't believe myself either." But Beauty turned and she said, "You have to be more careful around him. Be careful, Benjamin Hallows. You don't want to toy with him. He is not one to be screwed with." This surprised Ben. "Oh?" "That's right. He has a bit of a perversion. I saw him, the way he looked at me. I don't think this is the first time, though." Ben was shocked. "You mean to tell me he's done this before?" "Mm-hmm." "Well, I don't want your beauty to get the best of everyone."
But I will tell you this. I believe it's best you stay indoors.
But Master,
Beauty said, I mean it. I want you to look over if anyone tries to break in.
where are you going then?
Just to say a note, friend. And also, I wanted to see this.
It was a picture of some sort of hospital place. Beauty nodded. Understood, Master. Consider it done.
Thank you, Beauty. I appreciate what you did. But for now, let us do our jobs. If I actually need you, I will contact you, Ben said.
So, Ben and Taylor left.
What was the place that they went to of a hospital?
Well, it was no ordinary hospital. But it wasn't a hospital to get better. There were people dying from these chronic illnesses. They were told that they had a few days to live. Their loved ones were devastated. There was a mother who was devastated that her son did not have much longer to live by this terminal illness that he had. It was really, really heartbreaking. The mother was saying, "No, he's my son. He's the only one I got. My husband's gone. What do I do? How do I live? Tell me, how do I live?" There was also a wife who was devastated. "Oh, honey, I just want to make your last few days a bit much longer. I promise you."
But the husband said, "Don't worry, my dear. We'll be together again in the heavens."
The wife nodded. "Yes, I'm very hopeful."
It was really depressing. Ben almost felt sorry for them.
And also, Ben came across someone who looked lonely and ill. Ben looked over at the person dying from their own illness and said, "Would you please? I really want some company."
Ben said, "Don't worry, I'm here. I want to help you. But I'm sure you'll be all right."
The boy just feebly shook his head. "But I'm not. My mom doesn't even come here anymore. She's too upset. Even my dad doesn't want her to go. And my brothers and sisters are away at college. I have nobody else," he said. His tone sounded heartbreaking. Ben looked at him with a pained expression. Pity.
"All right. Here, lad. I'll be with you. Tell me about yourself. I'm a good listener."
Which was true. Despite his best of him not paying attention, he can be a good listener. And so the boy told him about himself, and not once Ben did not feel bored. The thing was, he had such a tender heart towards little children ever since what happened to his siblings. Taylor watched him, and once it was all over, the boy looked like he was sleeping. But it was hard to tell because he looked so pale, so fatigued. Ben left the room, and he looked like he was rubbing his eyes. Taylor said, "Are you all right?" What Ben said made Taylor sympathize him.
"A young boy, he's suffering from an illness. And his own damn father is being such a freaking asshole. I'm sorry, that's not very much proper of me, but What kind of father would do this and not let his own wife see him? What kind of people does he think he is? What is wrong with this place? Ben said. Well, I'm being quite ridiculous. No, it's fine, Taylor said. I feel really bad for you. I never knew you felt this way. Of course I do. Something must be done. Come, let us go. So they went.
As soon as they got back, Beauty, she looked like she was on the phone. She looked up to see Ben, and she beckoned him and Taylor as she said into the phone, "Yes? Yes, of course. He is here. All right. Hold on 1 second." She put the phone down.
Is it the inspector this time?
Ben joked. "No, it's a friend of yours. He goes by the name of Joseph Dirge." Ben somehow recognized that name. He picked up the phone, put the receiver to his ear, and said,
Joseph?
he said.
Ah, I thought I would hear from you, Ben. You haven't been into your schooling. Everything all right? Ben knew this was a lie. What do you want? Good, I got your attention. I believe we have something more of an epidemic. Something more exciting.
Ben was startled.
What do you have in mind? He asked. Oh, you'll see. You'll see.
What happens next will be very shocking. Please enjoy. I'm Catherine Donovan. Bye.